Are you listening? God damn it.
Yeah, pal.
And you will obey.
Yeah. You will obey my fucking words.
Exactly. Well, Irish police found a man strapped to a crucifix having his bare bottom whipped by masked customers watching during a raid on a sadomasochistic how do you say that? Sadomasochist club. Yeah.
All right.
You will obey.
You will obey my fucking words.
Exactly. Irish police found a man strapped to a crucifix having his bare bottom whipped as masked customers watched during a raid on a I can't even say the word. I don't know why I can't say that.
Sadomasochist?
Yeah. Sadomasochism club in Dublin.
All right.
Liam Grant, landlord at the property at Bagot Street, Dublin, began court proceedings against Hilda Conway this week at the city's circuit court for breaching legal undertakings and agreement. He accuses her of using the premises as an underground brothel and a sadomasochistic club.
Oh, wow.
During this week's proceeding, Mr. Grant revealed how during an earlier police raid in October, during a so-called blasphemy event, a Garda inspector recalled seeing a man having his bottom whipped while being tied to a crucifix in a room full of customers. Now, I don't know. I find this bizarre. I can't imagine like being in a room like with a bunch of other people and go, yeah, beat his ass.
Yeah. Give him a good spanking.
Yeah, it's just, I just can't imagine that scene in general.
Right.
To go, yeah, whip him.
That's funny.
I don't know how or why. I mean, different strokes for different folks, as the old saying goes.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't know where the entertainment value is in that.
Yeah, I've never quite gotten that one either. I mean,
yeah.
I'm as pervy as anybody, but I certainly don't want some girl fucking grinding her heel into my balls.
Well, that's one thing, but to be a voyeur or somebody who just stands back and watches.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
It's just like, okay, so this chick is like beating this guy's bare ass. So yeah, cool.
Yeah. And I get the cuck guys, the guys that are, bring their wife in to be fucked by some other dude. I don't get that at all. How do you fucking say, okay, this is what I want. This is my chick, but I want you to dominate her.
Yeah.
I want to watch my chick suck your dick. How does that fucking translate?
I have no idea.
It's crazy town.
I don't know. Everybody's got their own proclivity as it goes, but boy, it just doesn't register with me at all.
Same here.
I mean, it's like, okay. I mean, if that's what you're into, all right, more power to you.
Yep.
The inspector added that there were a group of voyeurs wearing masks and holding whips watching the show.
All right.
So they're all wearing like leather masks and having whips, and I don't know. It's bizarre.
If it's a leather mask, maybe it's a COVID mask.
It could be.
That would be even worse.
Grant was also advised that sexual activity had been taking place in one of the back rooms. Mm-hmm. The landlord told the Irish Sun about the disgust he felt about finding what his premises was being used for.
Okay.
People on my premises jizzing all over the place.
First normal thing you've read in the story.
He said there were events when you go along and there were guys on crosses.
Bobby Kennedy, Robert was, fuck, I'm turning into you now. I can't speak. The fuck, Is it spreading tonight?
It must be. It must be like the COVID.
I guess. But no, Rob Halford was not there, Bobby Kenneth.
Well, at least it wasn't reported in the story.
Yes. I'm sure if he was there, we'd have heard. That would have been the highlight of the story.
Right.
You know.
The leases we've had with her said she can operate as a restaurant or a nightclub. Right. That was it.
Okay.
Well, maybe it was a nightclub with exotic experiences.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And we discovered that they had removed the kitchen from the premises and converted it into a second room, a whipping room.
The whipping room.
But she certainly had no right to let it operate as a lap dancing or for other sexual things going on.
That's right. Look at the comment on the video.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Jennifer's disease. That's what I have.
Well, unfortunately, Jason, you have fucking Tard's disease since you can't spell disease, you fucking maniac. Learn to spell before you make fun of us talking funny.
It's disease.
The disease.
Mm-hmm.
Disease. Fool.
All right. Past adverts from 2017 seen by the Mail Online shows images of scantily clad women holding masks, wearing leather lingerie, posing in front of a plush decor.
Right.
More recently, the Bronze Gentlemen's Club is being marketed as a cocktail lounge. I think it's probably heavy on the cocktail lounge.
And they might be enjoying the tail too. They're enjoying the cock and the tail.
Right, exactly. Mr. Grant told the Sun that he issued proceedings to evict Conway 2 years ago after discovering that the premises were being used as a lap dancing club.
Right. Oh.
He added that there were reports of prostitution and some of the girls were quoting prices for sex on the premises.
Right.
The landlord asked at the court to have her evicted, and he was told the prostitution had stopped. Some months later, Grant said, we discovered that they were operating completely differently. That is sadomasochism.
Okay.
And then he continued the proceeding to have her evicted. It was awful to deal with.
Right.
They're whipping people in this place. Jeez. They're doing stuff in there I don't like.
Yeah. I don't want to see that whipping.
Yeah. So funny. It's just funny. People got to go do whack ass shit.
Yeah, but dude, and again, what is the appeal to it?
I don't know. I don't know the answer. But apparently people find that stuff entertaining or, whatever. They get off on it.
Yeah. I'll never quite understand it, but okay.
All right. Well, a Scottish woman dies after drinking a whole bottle of poppers. That is a sex inhalant.
Yeah.
Which is marked for not human consumption.
Oh. All right. I'm not even going to ask why she did this. I'm assuming it'll come out in the.
Well, I'm sure there was probably alcohol or drugs involved.
Oh, yeah. I'd imagine so.
A woman has died after downing a whole bottle of poppers.
Okay.
A nasal sex stimulant that is marked not for human consumption with a skull and a crossbones warning sign. Do they actually put that warning sign and shit these days?
I don't know.
Skull and a crossbones on it.
I can honestly say I haven't experienced this, but okay.
I thought the skull and crossbones poison sign was replaced like way back in the late 60s or early 70s with Mr. Yuck.
No, I know this.
Remember that, Mr.
Yeah.
Yuck?
Yeah. I know this. I would not be ingesting anything that had skull and crossbones on it as the warning.
Right.
That just seems like that's probably not going to be safe.
Can you find a image of Mr. Yuck? I remember it was like a green face with a guy with his tongue sticking out like, ugh!
If I can find Mr.
Can you find that Mr. Yuck? I remember when that campaign was launched when I was a wee lad. This was before queer kids stuff came out.
There was Mr. Yuck stuff.
It was just like they were replacing the whole skull and crossbones with the Mr. Yuck thing saying, ew, don't drink that or don't taste that. Mr. Yuck. Do they even use that anymore?
Oh, there he is.
There he is, Mr. Yuck.
Mr. Yuck. There's Mr. Yuck for you.
Yeah. Mr. Yuck means no. Stay away.
Damn right.
I'm thinking that this bottle of poppers was not labeled with the Mr. Yuck sticker.
Yeah, Mr. Yuck would have probably kept him away.
Can you look that up like on Wikipedia or something? When was Mr. Yuck introduced? I know it was either in the late 60s or the early 70s that they introduced that thing, the Mr. Yuck.
1971.
There you go. I knew it.
From the Pittsburgh Poison Center.
That's that's where I was living as a kid.
There you go, Mr. Yuck.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing the advertising. I was 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could have been indoctrinated by queer kid stuff.
Yeah.
At 7 years old, I was indoctrinated by Mr. Yuck. Yeah, don't drink this, kids. So, there you go. Isn't that weird how memories at such a young age still affects you today?
I know. The dumbest shit that you remember, right?
Yeah. I remember that like it happened yesterday.
Nope. There you go.
But, again, I was living in the Pittsburgh area at the time, so that was like on all the channels and stuff.
Man, if ever there was anything to have a yuck about, it was living in Pittsburgh.
Oh, no, I love Pittsburgh, dude. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, getting back to the lady. Now I never heard of poppers until Sam Kinison.
Sure.
He interjected that into his act at one point. He was just like, yeah, if you don't know what poppers are, he says, yeah, you could be having sex with a woman. And he said, you have these poppers. He goes, now it causes it kills off some brain cells, but it's so worth it.
Great.
That he says you're banging a woman, and he goes, you want to have the best orgasm of your life. He said, keep it's called is it amyl nitrate?
Nitrate, yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, keep that on the side of the bed, and just before you're ready to come, he said, you pick that up and you take a big whiff of that.
Right.
Which is poppers. And he said, you come like a racehorse. Yeah, that's it. I got that from I got that from Sam Kinison, but allegedly JFK was taking those back in the day.
Yeah, to bone White House interns.
Well, apparently so.
Probably true.
Yeah. But he was just like, yeah, you take a big whiff of that. Yeah. And you blow your load like a racehorse.
Great. I never needed that to blow my load like a racehorse. Believe me, sometimes I want to slow the race down. It's like, I don't want to go yet.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of poppers?
Exactly.
Downers? Yeah.
Anti-poppers.
Yeah, no shit.
But anyway, so apparently this woman ingested this rather than like snorting it or sniffing it.
Okay.
She drank it, I guess.
Brilliant.
The unnamed woman gulped down a bottle of XL Gold. Can you look that up? XL Gold. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's amyl nitrate. And died the same day. XL Gold, which is sold legally for European $3.99, contains isopropyl nitrate, a liquid drug which gives an instant high when inhaled. Again, that's where I learned it from Sam Kinison.
Right. There it is.
Take a big sniff of that. Well, there you go. How much is that? Is there a price on that? Can you buy that somewhere?
One XL popper is $3.50. 20 is $50.
20 of those little bottles?
I'm assuming it's 20 tablets.
Well, is that, I thought it was like an inhalant, not like something you eat.
I don't know. Dude,
again, I don't know either.
Let's see. A bottle of gold is ideal for its value and its long-lasting usage. Comes in a very recognizable bottle to its smaller counterpart. Isopropyl nitrate is such as XL Gold, regularly used to sexually enhance pleasure. I don't see any how to use. Oh, to use, simply open the bottle and stand to let the aromas develop in the required area.
Yeah, so you breathe it in.
So I guess one bottle is $3.50.
Oh, so you can buy 50 bottles of this?
20 bottles.
Oh, 20 bottles for $50?
It's like buying a case of beer, Neely.
All right. See, I'm learning on the fly.
I am too with this. I don't know anything about this. But there it is. Yeah, you can buy 20 of these. Have a stash.
Yeah, it's like a 5-hour energy drink.
Yeah, for your dick.
A 5-hour energy drink for your dick.
Is that the name of this segment?
That's a good one. I like it.
Well, there you go.
The bottle is marketed as a room odorizer, cleaning product, and sexual enhancement liquid.
Dude, you ought to get one of these and just leave it open when your cleaning crew's around. See if they fucking jump you.
Well, I'm never home when they're here.
Take a day off.
I should.
Just buy the 20 pack for $50. Set them all around the house.
What, Mr. Neely? What are these little bottles? That's to make you hot and horny for me.
Yeah, you see her, mopping the floor with one hand and rubbing her snapper on the other.
Right. I don't know. Something about cleaning your house makes me so horny.
Oh, Mr. Neely, your dishes are hot.
I don't know. Something about cleaning the CMS studio just makes me really horny.
The vibration of the vacuums got me going, Neely.
Exactly. Jeez. A police report revealed the woman died after drinking a bottle of it brought from Party Time.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Police said that she died after drinking a full bottle of the substance. Officers have now asked Angus Council to review the shop's premises license. A police review application to go before the council's licensing board on Thursday said a male customer bought 2 bottles of XL Gold from the premises. Okay. He took them home and gave one to a female who drank the whole bottle.
Jesus.
And subsequently fell ill and passed away the same day. Oh, you want me to drink this? Yeah, I want you to be all horny for me, baby.
Yeah, baby.
You're only supposed to sniff it, but I figure if you drink it in liquid form, it probably works twice as fast.
Oh, it's not a 5-hour energy? Well, we'll see about that. We'll see how this works.
How fucked up is this?
Oh, dumb.
A police inquiry concluded that XL Gold is not for human consumption, and the product is chiefly either a room odorizer or a cleaning product.
Oh, there you go.
A cleaning product. Yeah, it cleans your pipes right out.
Yeah. Cleans your breath right out of your lungs.
As it contains isopropyl nitrate, which is commonly referred to as poppers. Some people use it to inhale to get a quick high.
There you go.
Is that also considered whippets?
Yeah, probably.
It will be marked as a COVID death, however. Thank you, Black Metal Rays Lives Matter. So good. And there's probably a lot of truth to that.
Probably true.
Mm-hmm. A licensing officer visited the shop on July 3rd and interviewed license holder Mohammed Neesom.
Okay.
Well, anybody who has the first name Muhammad, there's probably problems there.
Oh, now that's very prejudicial, Neely. What are you saying?
I'm just saying that suspect.
I don't know why you think that I would be involved.
Guilty.
I just wanted to smell that smell. And it was lovely.
Yeah.
And the jizz all around my apartment is nothing new.
Exactly.
I'm used to not having a toilet. What is some jizz in the corner?
The officer's report said Mr. Neesom had been stocking the product for at least a year and understood that the point of the product was for smell. Now, why is this guy's fault?
He's in trouble?
Yeah, he's the distributor. So why is he why is it his fault?
That's like fucking suing the guy that sells Febreze because somebody's allergic to it.
Well, this goes back to, you and I about a year ago. We went to see Chris Porter, the comedian.
Yeah.
And one of the things he has in one of his stand-up specials, it's there should be a "Are you shitting me" clause.
Right.
Where people use products the way that they're not supposed to.
Right.
And he said, the product manufacturer should be able to go into the court, look at the complainant, look at the judge and go, "Are you shitting me?"
Case dismissed.
Yeah, exactly. Are you shitting me? This guy drank it. It doesn't say anything about drinking it. Didn't you see the Mr. Yuck sticker on the label?
Yeah, it was plain as day.
Don't you understand that the little green guy with his tongue sticking out, that means don't drink this shit?
It wasn't written in Farsi, so I couldn't understand.
Mercy.
I thought it said Mr. Yuk, like a Japanese man, Mr. Yuk.
Yeah. It wasn't written in Hindi, so I didn't understand it.
That's right.
At the time of the visit, it was displayed on the counter among miniature bottles of alcohol, but Mr. Neesom said it was normally kept behind the counter. The report added, "I asked if it was possible that the product has ever been sold as or advertised as alcohol. Who drinks alcohol in little bottles like that?"
Well, if you're in a hotel, I guess.
But usually use it as a mixer.
Yeah.
Just don't open those little bottles and go, "Hey, it's like a 5-hour energy drink. Let's down that shit."
I've never even understood the appeal of the 5-hour energy, to be honest.
Well, it's just like a high dose of caffeine. That's basically what it is.
That shit never worked for me.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah.
He said it was not the case, and it was always been clear that it is not alcohol. He told me, however, he does accept that the fact that the box being on the counter instead of being packed away as it normally was may have caused confusion on the day in question.
Would you stop? Just stop.
It's like, dude, I can't control what you do with this product once you buy it and take it home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and advise you. Now, don't drink this. Make sure you just open it up and snort it when you're about ready to blow a load.
That would be like suing a razor blade company because a girl buys it and is a cutter.
Yeah.
Well, you sold it to her. What the fuck? It's just like you said.
Didn't you know she was going to cut her wrist and cut on herself with this?
Yeah.
Well, no, it didn't really occur to me what she was going to use it for.
Yeah. I just thought she was going to shave her legs. She needs to. That big old muff that she's got going on down there, bitch.
He also told me that the bottle was a clear indication on it that it should not be consumed.
Right.
It had the Mr. Yuck sticker right on there. And with prominent skull and crossbones on the bottle.
Well, they apparently want to make sure some dumbbell didn't drink it.
Right.
Didn't do enough, apparently.
As well as a clear danger message and the actions that should be carried out if the product is consumed.
Apparently, with this product, what you need is a recording that's stuffed in the bottle. So when you open it, it says, "Don't drink me! Don't drink me!"
Right. This kind of stuff I just revel in because I'm just like, you know what? These people deserve to die.
Yeah.
I enjoy the fact that we finally wiped another one off the earth.
The herd is thinned.
Yeah, we got to get rid of these people.
Well, they're doing it for you, man.
Do you think Lindsay might consume a bottle of this?
Maybe if you tell her that it's gender neutral.
No, you got to tell her it's recommended by the LGBTQ XYZ community.
It's produced by a non-gender or a gender non-specific person.
Right.
Then she'd be like, "Oh, I'll drink it all."
And it's good for you.
Yeah. And Teddy said you can drink it.
Yeah, it's full of vitamin C and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Recommended by Teddy. That's not Dr. Yuck. That's Teddy.
Well, you know, Teddy would drink that if he were actually a live being. Yeah. Why don't you drink it?
Because gay means deadly.
Right. Well, this leads right into the next sentence here.
All right.
Poppers are often used by gay men because they offer muscle relaxing properties that can enhance sexual pleasure. In fact, it'll make your asshole ring more pliable so he can accept the cock more easily.
It says all that in that article, huh?
No, it doesn't say that. I'm taking some poetic license here.
Oh, all right. I was like, wow, that's quite an article you're reading there.
But the actual sentence just says poppers are often used by gay men because they offer muscle relaxing properties that can enhance sexual pleasure.
Well, how about that?
So what does that translate to? Well, my asshole ring is not quite as tight and I can accept the gay man's cock in my asshole without being ripped and shredded apart and bleeding and accept AIDS infected blood.
Wow. It's quite a leap you went for there, dude.
I did. I'm just trying to be helpful here because I know that it's not going to all fit on the label. So I'm trying to help save people from their own misery.
This shit better come in a big box so you can put all that on the box. You buy this little bottle of stuff and it comes in a fucking mover's box.
Yeah, because you got to put all the warnings on there.
That's right.
During a debate on whether the substance should be criminalized, which I say no, because again, this is like, don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want it, don't buy it. Don't use it.
That's right.
Tory former prisoner minister said in 2016, I use poppers. I out myself as a popper user and will be directly affected by this.
Wow.
I like my ass popped by a big cock.
Is that what he said?
No. I'm just translating what he's saying.
I was like, wow.
These people
he's a minister? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's a minister of some, this is England, of course, or something. Okay. During a debate on whether the substance should be criminalized, Tory former prison minister Crispin Blunt, his name is Crispin, by the way.
Crispin Blunt,
Crispin said in 2016, I use poppers. I out myself as a popper user and will be directly affected by this legislation. In other words, I enjoy poppers. Don't outlaw it because what am I going to do?
Yeah. Well, this is quite the story, Neil.
It is. This all goes back to everybody's individual proclivities as to how they handle themselves.
Right.
And, it's a very, very sensitive story.
Yeah, I'd say.
I am astonished to find it is proposing to be banned, much like the Confederate flag.
That's right.
Frankly, so would very many other gay men.
Mm-hmm.
What is it with gay men?
I've got Ram It Down playing in the video.
My other instant reaction to this is it serves to bring the whole law into disrepute.
Right.
Choosing to ban this, which I have been using and I know has been used for decades, then respect for the law is going to fly out the window for people if that's the drug that they use. In other words, if it's outlawed, they'll basically just bootleg it.
Right.
Just like prohibition. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, of course.
Exalgol is marketed online to be used to enhance sexual pleasure for men and women and as a room aroma odorizer.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you need to horn up your women.
Yeah.
Licensing law specialist Janet Hood, representing Mr. Neeson, said she could not discuss details of the case because of the board meeting.
Right.
She added, obviously, my client is extremely upset that the woman died, but the product is legal and was sold legally. And I agree with that.
Right.
Like what you do with that product really has nothing to do with me. Just because you decide to drink it down like a, ravenous whore has no effect on me.
Yeah.
I mean, if I went out and bought a gallon of gasoline to fuel up my lawnmower, not that I own one, but I drank it instead, should Sunoco be charged with that?
No. This isn't going to go anywhere. They're not going to fucking.
It's just stupid.
Yeah. They're not going to sue anybody.
Again, this goes back to the whole Chris Porter, the whole "are you shitting me" clause. Are you shitting me?
Mm-hmm.
This guy bought a gallon of gasoline and he drank it instead of putting it in his lawnmower.
That's right. And
this is my fault? Well, did you have a disclaimer on your product, sir?
Did you have Mr. Yuck on there? I guess not.
It is terribly unfortunate, but the product is clearly marked as not being for human consumption. And in my opinion, a shop cannot be held responsible for decisions someone chooses to make at home. And I agree with that 100%.
150%.
Exactly. There are a number of household products from bleaches to shampoo that are sold legally, but should not be drunk. It's a terrible tragedy. It's not a terrible tragedy. All I could say is we got one dumbass eliminated off the earth.
Yeah. Bye. See ya.
Goddamn, I'm glad you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. Where did they bury you? I'll fly there and piss on your grave.
I don't think you're going to do all that. Just because.
I definitely would.
Come on.
I would spend my money and go, where's this woman buried at? I want to piss on her grave.
You'd put the mask back on just to piss on her grave?
I would. It means so much to me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Dude, do you want to take a phone call from somebody?
Yeah,
Copyright question.
Let's take a phone call.
All right, take your phone. Call in. Whoever said that they had a copyright question for Neeley.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, somebody has a question about copyright.
All right, well, call in.
They didn't want to go off topic, so.
All right. Well, I'm done with the poppers topic. I'm done with the gay men who need their muscles relaxed to accept a big cock in the ass.
So if you want to call in, 800-497-5891.
All right. So anyway, so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I love shit like this. I love the fact that somebody consumed a product that was not meant for consumption, and it's very clear that it was not meant for consumption, and they check themselves off.
Right. See you later.
Yeah, goodbye.
Out.
You know, what other dumb mistakes were you going to make if you hadn't done this?
Yeah.
Goodbye. Hey, Ellen, go caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Neeley. Hey, Chris. How's it going?
It's going. Who is this? Where are you calling from?
This is Ohio grown. I'm calling from Ohio.
Okay.
As you would say. Well, I mean, I have a question. I think that, I don't know, you probably could answer better than the people that I've asked. I've been collecting vinyl lately, like records. And hold on, I'm going to turn the radio down. That's okay. Sorry. And when you buy these records, they have these things called unofficial, UK unofficial pressing. And what they are pressings of things that have been out of print forever, things you can't get, or things that just aren't available. And are they counterfeit? Are they, I mean, is that okay to do that?
To do what?
To sell those like that.
Well, why do you care? Do you own it now?
No, I buy them, but as I've been buying them, I question myself and I wonder, like, are these counterfeit?
Well,
I mean,
why do you care? Why is it an issue for you? I mean, if you actually received the product for the money that you paid, why do you care what the ramifications are for the person who sold it to you?
Honestly, I don't. I'm just totally curious.
I don't know the answer. I got to be honest with you. I don't know the answer, nor do I care. If I paid, if I paid for a product and I received that product, I don't really give two shits what the ramifications are for the person who sold it to me.
Well, some people get really hung up about buying counterfeit or bootleg things.
Are you?
And
are you?
I don't. That's the that's the third option.
No. How about you? Are you upset about it?
I would be, depending on the product.
I don't care what you would be. Are you upset about it?
No, I'm not.
Okay, then end of the story. Did you get the product? Okay. Did you get the product you paid for?
I get the product.
So why do you care? Why do you care?
I told you I didn't. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Why are you curious? Why do you care? You got what you wanted, right?
I did, but I mean,
close the chapter on that life, dude. Move on to the next day.
Yeah, because that's my life revolves around that. Okay, yeah. Great. Thank you.
All right. Hail and kill.
Hail and kill. Bye.
How simple was that? Why do you care?
Glad to see nice Neeley answering the phone tonight. Jesus.
The thing is I've got a legal side about me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Did you pay for a product? Yep. Did you get it? Yep. Well, what about the seller? I don't give a shit. Was it legal for them to do that? I don't care. Did you get it? Yes. All right. I own it now. Fuck you.
He's just trying to be your friend.
I'm not being friendly to anybody. I hate everybody. I hate you, Chris. I don't even like dealing with you.
That's fine. Ohio Grown just wanted to be your friend, Neeley, and look at that.
You know what? The thing is I'll be friendly to people who are smart about shit, but don't ask me what about the seller. I don't care. Just like this guy who sold poppers. I don't give a shit. Some dick drank his poison poppers. I don't care.
Do you wish Ohio Grown would put that bootleg record on his player and drink a bottle of XL Gold?
I think he should. Yeah, don't open it up and aromanize the room. Just drink it. Be done. Fuck it. Just drink it.
Well, and then we wonder why why everybody's so apprehensive about calling you.
Yeah, that's okay. You hate the callers anyway.
Oh, that's true. Believe me, I don't care.
So why are you, again, and I'm not even going to ask Ohio Grown to call back or anything, but why do you care what the seller has to deal with?
He wants to know, would you buy a counterfeit Dokken album?
I don't care. If it's something I wanted and somebody had it and I actually received the product, I would buy it.
The only thing I can think of where this would care is if you're like a reseller. If you're a reseller, then you would want to know. But if you're just a collector, fuck, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I got it in my collection now. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
I don't care how I got it.
You know, I'm going to pop this up in the comments here. This is a serious question for you.
All right. What do I think about Snickers ice cream bar? What am I, Ace Frehley?
That is a throwback of all throwbacks.
What am I, Ace Frehley here? I think that was the Mars bars, though, wasn't it?
I think it was the Mars ice cream.
Yeah.
What a callback.
Jeez.
When was that? 12 years ago?
It's been a long time.
One of the all-time interviews. Hi, babe.
Yeah, hi, babe. I want to put my wife on the phone.
Hi, babe.
That was a caller to our show.
Yeah, not after we played that for an hour and a half and destroyed him.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he was the one that wanted me to tell Don about how much Alone Again moved him or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just ripped his face off with that.
Yeah. All right. Well, somebody who I was not necessarily a fan of until recently,
Okay.
as far as his stance goes,
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Gervais.
Okay.
You know, his comedy, I watched some of his comedy before, and I was just like, okay, this guy's, semi okay.
Yeah.
But
I don't find him to be amazingly funny.
yeah, I don't think he's all that funny, to be honest with you. I really don't.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
him and Patton Oswalt are the two that are considered funny that I just don't get.
Patton Oswalt is marginal.
Yeah.
I watched his latest special and I was just like,
Yeah.
I
don't get it.
But like a Bill Burr, pretty funny.
Sure.
Chris Porter, pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I like those guys, but Patton Oswalt, he's marginal. Ricky Gervais, he came off as like being like, the second coming of funny, and I was like, all right, he's okay.
Right.
Nothing stand out for me. I can't quote one of his lines.
Yeah.
He wasn't like a Sam Kinison. I mean, in all of comedy, in your opinion, yeah, I mean, we're talking Eddie Murphy here. We're talking Red Fox to
Pryor,
Richard Pryor, even Dice Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the standout comedians in your entire life of experiencing, who would you say, number one, you go, who was the best comedian in your life, Chris Aiken? Who would you say?
Eddie Murphy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. See me, it's Sam Kinison.
Kinnison's right there. Kinnison's probably my number two.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've watched those videos, Raw and Delirious, a million fucking times. I can quote every one of them.
Okay.
And I still laugh my fucking ass off.
All right. So that qualifies because it made such an impact that you can quote lines because it to you, it made a huge impact. For me, Kinnison was like top of the food chain.
Right. Yeah.
Today, nobody so much.
Yeah. There's not. I mean, there's funny guys. Chris Porter's pretty funny. Bill Burr's pretty funny. And then it starts dropping off.
Yeah, that's it. There's really nobody cutting edge because everybody's so afraid. It's like, ooh, I don't want to cross that line. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to upset anyone. You know, Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Was another one.
See, I always found him to be overrated.
Well, he was a little overrated, but the thing is that I think that he got a terrifically raw deal.
Oh yeah, yeah. He got
the guy did some shit behind the scenes.
Mhm.
And later, after the whole Me Too movement, then it became an issue.
Yeah. John Drake just texted me, let Dave Landau. Gotta agree there. Dave Landau is fucking funny. You haven't seen him live yet.
I have not.
Next time he comes to Chicago, you have to go see him live.
You said that, so hook me up.
Well, I will. I'll get you. Since you're now a masky, you can probably go and see him.
Yeah. But since Kinnison, in my opinion, or since Eddie Murphy, nobody's really been that cutting edge.
No.
I think Nick DiPaolo is funny.
Sometimes he's funny, but man, he does not need to be on a talk show.
Well, I agree with that. 100%.
Yeah, he's not very funny on the talk show. He's too busy playing his fucking sound effects.
I agree with that. Yeah, I was really thrilled about his video thing, which obviously we're doing now.
Yeah.
But he's always there's so much dead air because he's looking for the right sound effect to play. And it's just like, dude, you should have a production guy.
Yeah, he's always like, yeah, that guy, he fell off the mountain. Ah! There's like that huge gap while he looks for it on his fucking
iPad or whatever he's using. Yeah, I get that. It's just terrible.
That's the reason I don't do sound effects anymore, is because I'm too slow at it.
Yeah. Not everybody's a Fred Norris.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do it fast enough to where it's legitimately funny.
Yeah.
So I don't do it. Dude, I used to be better at it. I honestly think I was much, but then again, back then we didn't have to worry about chat room, and we didn't have to worry about fucking, video production and audio sound and everything else. It was just plug it in and whatever.
Right. But anyway, Ricky Gervais, not because of his comedy, but because of his latest stance or his comments, is, I kind of admire what he's doing, especially in this day and age of, the social justice warriors and politically correct and all that bullshit.
Right.
So he says, just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right.
Correct.
Ricky Gervais brands cancel culture as a weird sort of fascism as he defends free speech.
Okay.
Now, Ricky Gervais is not an American. He's an English guy.
Mm-hmm.
But, he really made a stance at the Grammys or the Global Awards or whatever, one of those.
The Grammys or whatever that was. Yeah, when he just shit on everybody.
Yeah. The Golden Globes is what he did.
Right. Okay.
Ricky Gervais has continued to slam cancer culture as he defended the use of free speech in a new interview. The comedian 59, who delivered a series of controversial gags at the 77th Golden Globe Awards ceremony back in January, described wokeness as a weird sort of fascism amid calls for free exchange of information and ideas.
I don't know that I would call it gags. I think he was being very serious.
Well,
he's trying to say he was joking.
Well, he's a comedian, so he's got to kind of like categorize it as gags.
Or they're categorizing it as gags to lessen the blow.
Of course.
Yeah.
He said there's a new weird sort of fascism of people thinking they know what you can say and what you can't. And it's a really weird thing. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right.
Right.
The Afterlife creator shared his thoughts online, slamming after 150 celebrated authors, academics, and journalists, including Margaret Atwood. I have no idea who that is.
Oh, Margaret Atwood.
No idea.
I have everything she's ever. Nothing.
Salman Rushdie,
Mm-hmm.
Martin Adams, or not Martin Amiss, Amis. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, Martin Amiss.
No idea. Noam Chomsky
Mm-hmm.
signed a letter criticizing cancel culture. Isn't it funny all these lefties are criticizing cancel culture?
Because it's biting them all in the ass now.
Of course, it's coming after them.
Yeah. How long is it going to be before we start seeing the lefties going, blackface really was just artistic interpretation?
Exactly.
That's coming because they're all guilty of it.
They are.
Every one of them. Every comic has done blackface.
Yeah, the Jimmy Kimmels of the world and the Ted Dansons of the world.
Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
Every comedian at some point has done blackface, trying to get onto a fucking stage.
Right.
Because let's face it, blackface is funny. It's a perversion of the truth, which is what comedy is.
Yeah.
You take the truth and you twist it and pervert it somewhat. You make it absurd.
It's just outrageous. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. That's the point of it, is you make it absurd.
Well, see, libs are not funny.
No, well, that is true. They're definitely not funny.
They don't get the silliness.
Nope.
The media personality said on talk radio earlier this month, there is a new trendy myth that people who want free speech want to say awful things all the time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It just isn't true. It protects everyone. If you're mildly left wing on Twitter, you're suddenly Trotsky, right? If you're mildly conservative, you're Hitler. And if you're centrist, you look at both arguments, you're a coward. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right.
Good point.
Yeah. I think we've said that a million times in this show.
Mm-hmm.
A few days later, the actor said his hit TV show, The Office, would struggle to air today due to the online outrage mobs.
Yeah.
I'm outraged and offended.
Or the lack of funny jokes in his version of it. Did you ever watch The English Office?
No, I have not.
Not good.
Well, again, I think that's cultural.
Yeah. Could be. You would think that it would be funnier. You wouldn't think that there'd be that much cultural difference, but
well, the interesting thing is even way back in the late 60s into the early 70s, and I still watch them today, is like Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Sure.
Really funny.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of that comedy today would not be acceptable.
Blazing Saddles couldn't even make it.
Oh yeah, Jews. What was that? 74?
Yeah, I couldn't make that anymore.
Yeah. Fucking funny.
You know what used to be funny that now you can't even find it rerun or anywhere? Benny Hill.
Oh, really?
I cannot tell you the last time I saw Benny Hill anywhere but YouTube. Because he was always fucking de-pantsing chicks and
the yakety sax.
Yeah, but he was always chasing pussy. You couldn't do that now. Now Benny Hill would be an offensive fucking criminal.
Yeah, it's very sexist.
Yeah. There'd be a bunch of fucking ugly women with pink hats chasing him down the street.
Right. The screen star who played David Brent in the BBC mockumentary said that broadcasters are now too afraid to take risks when it comes to content. Yeah, because everybody's afraid. Oh my God, they're going to attack me for this.
Yeah. What's the most offensive of all of that though, is when these guys go and they have pay channels and then they still fucking cave. It's like, okay, I'm going to pay $12 a month or $20 a month or $10 a month or whatever it is. And then you're still going to feed me censored content, soft content. It's like, get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Garbage.
The program set at a paper firm in Slough, Berkshire, sees the character frequently insult minorities as he grapples with political correctness.
Yeah.
Yet The Office, which aired from 2001 to 2002, it's only one season, won numerous BAFTAs and Golden Globes and is widely seen as one of the best British comedies ever made.
Then it didn't run for 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year.
It ran longer than that. I don't know how long it ran. I watched like the first like 6 or 7 episodes. I could not get into it. You know, as dumb as this sounds, that's one of those shows that whichever one you watched first is probably the one you like.
Okay.
Because I've had friends, some UK friends, and I've talked to them about The Office, and they say that our version is just shit.
All right.
So I think it's just wherever you watched it first, that's the one you like.
Well, I think it's cultural.
Yeah, could be.
It's relatable, whatever that culture is.
Yeah.
Ricky said viewers see Brent as a joke and are not laughing with him, but he fears any sense of irony is lost on audiences today. He told Times Radio, now that The Office would suffer because people would take things literally. There are these outrage mobs who take things out of context. This is how this was a show about everything. It was about the differences. It was about sex, race, all the things that people fear to even discuss or talk about now.
Right.
They say the wrong thing. They are canceled.
Yeah, pal. Wrong think.
Yeah. The BBC have got more and more careful. People want to keep their jobs, so would worry about some of the subjects and the jokes, even though they were clearly ironic and they were laughing at this buffoonery, being uncomfortable about the differences. Yeah, that's what comedy is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the over embellishment of the silliness.
Right.
I think this was put out now. Some people would lost their sense of irony and context. His comments came on the 19th anniversary of The Office, which is also turned into a Christmas special in 2003. And in 2016, film spinoff David Brent, Life on the Road. In February, Ricky spoke out against the stars who used their acceptance speeches to lecture about politics, human rights, and animal welfare at this year's Academy Awards.
Right.
The funny man who took to Twitter saying he tried to warn the A-list stars not to preach while viewers watched at home, called the event the wokest Oscars ever. He wrote, I have nothing against the most famous people in the world using their privilege, global platform to tell the world what they believe. I even agree with most of it. I just tried to warn them that they lecture every day, hardworking people. It has the opposite effect.
That's right.
Last week, a group of public figures signed a letter which hit out against cancel culture after J.K. Rowling was accused of ridiculing women being called people who were menstruate.
Jesus. Do we just invent words to categorize people as now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Menstruate people?
Menstruate people. People who bleed from the vag.
Or we can't just say women.
Yeah, no, you can't say that because that's too general.
Menstruate.
You basically have to, really pinpoint it down to if you bleed from your vag, you're menstruate.
Just shut up. That's ridiculous.
Well, of course, it's trying to adapt to being very, very, very pinpointed and specific.
Right.
The Harry Potter author 54 backed the movement spearheaded by Pulitzer Prize winning writer Anne Applebaum, who warned Twitter mobs, including Donald Trump, were placing very important restraints on freedom of speech. She told the BBC there are a lot of writers, artists, and journalists who are afraid of approaching certain subjects, afraid of crossing the line.
Yeah, pal.
How long have we been using the term crossing the line on this show?
Decade?
Yeah. Well, more than that.
More than that, yeah.
Yeah. Or even lacking sufficient zeal for particular subjects because they're afraid of their peers. See, the whole fear. Fear.
Yep.
Margaret, the author of The Handmaid's Tale, added her name despite publicly disagreeing with the Harry Potter author. So here we go. It's just like, yeah, I don't like you. I don't agree with you, but you know what? They're coming after me too. So I better jump on the wagon.
Yeah. All I know is that lady is really vile if she wrote The Handmaid's Tale, because holy fuck is that fucking filthy.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? The Handmaid?
I have not.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
aware of it, but I have not seen it.
A lot of good raping going on there.
The letter has been supported by household names from the left and the right wings of political spectrum who have united around the cause.
Mm-hmm.
Document published in Harper's calls for the free exchange of information and ideas. Yeah, that's what we had all along. That's what the Constitution, basically protects.
Right.
The free exchange of information and ideas.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, what a concept. I guess we've had that for like 250 years now.
That's enough.
Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The lifeblood of liberty society is daily becoming more constricted and demands that they want to uphold the value of robust and even caustic counter speech from all corners. Yeah, that's what we had in this country before you fuckers got involved and said, you can't see that. Oh, I'm offended.
And it didn't start with I'm offended. It started with, what if I was offended? Remember when it first started, it was you could be offending other people.
Yeah.
And now it's just I'm offended by everything.
Well, I'm going to use an old cliche here. Hey, how does it feel for your chickens to come home to roost, you lib fucktards? We've had this all along. This is nothing new. Now you got to sign a letter to say this is what we believe in. We have a thing. It is a document. It's called the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
It protected this all along.
I don't see you coming to the middle to have a nice conversation, Neely.
No, I don't. I think all these people should die. Every one of them. I think they all should drink that amyl nitrate and become a shit stain in history.
Right.
Suck it, dickheads. It adds, it's now too common to hear calls for swift and severe retribution in response to perceived transgressions of speech and thought. See, this is what the Constitution protects against.
That's right.
But you guys are the ones who broached that. Now that it's coming after you, oh my God. What? There's some ramifications for the way that we think too. Oh, we better sign a letter.
Yeah, we better fix that quick.
Yeah. Well, there was a letter signed back in 1776.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that letter.
Yeah. Smoke a cock, all of you. God, I hate you people.
Breaking news, Neely thinks all liberals should die.
See, this goes all the way back to the whole old, the old saying that those who choose to, forget history are bound to repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we're at.
Right.
Seriously, this is where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you guys know your history at all? Don't you understand?
Since we're erasing history now, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's the whole Marxist way of doing things is, well, history doesn't start until today.
Right. Well, there you go.
So, just dumb.
Yep.
All right, one more story before we get out of here.
Okay.
This really disappoints me.
All right, disappointed.
Exactly. This really disappoints me. We covered the story last week.
Okay.
And this is something that this same scenario is something that I participated in just yesterday.
Okay.
Performing live during this COVID thing.
Right.
And we talked about this whole witch hunt that oh, look, Great White performed live and people were not social distancing and wearing their masks.
Right.
Well, here's the big disappointing part.
Okay.
And I had hoped that, well, I didn't expect this to come down the pike, but then I heard about it and I was just like, what the fuck are you thinking? Great White apologizes
Oh,
for North Dakota concert. They apologized.
boo-hoo.
We are not in a position to enforce the laws, which is basically what we said.
Right.
And it's not a law. It's not a law. There is not a law out there that says you have to wear a fucking mask.
Right.
No laws are in place. No laws have been violated.
Right.
But see, this is the ignorance of people.
Yep.
Veteran hard rockers, Great White, have apologized
Thank God.
for the conditions at their show this past Thursday, that is July 9th.
What
And
did they have to do with any of it? They didn't have nothing to do with the conditions.
again, this is, why are you apologizing?
Yeah.
You got paid to do a show. You showed up, you collected your check, you played the songs. What people did in the audience is none of your never mind.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like, why are you apologizing?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, everybody's afraid of being canceled or marginalized because of their, whatever it is that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Video footage of the outdoor concert, which was part of the town's First on First Dickinson Summer Nights series, which showed there were no safety restrictions at the event, with the attendees standing shoulder to shoulder and not a single person wearing a mask. Now, do they know that not a single person was wearing a mask?
I think they went around and counted, Neeley.
Did they? Did the video show not one single person in that entire crowd was wearing a mask?
Of course. You know they did.
Yeah, please. Not a single person.
Neeley, come on.
There were probably 1,000 to 2,000 people, and they're telling me that they were not able to find one single person that wore a mask.
No, none. There were none wearing them, Neeley.
Yeah.
None. They had to check them at the door last I looked.
Well, they weren't even on the door. This was a street festival.
Right.
So people could walk up on the street and watch a show.
Right. Hold on. Would you like to see, I'll let you finish the story, but would you like to see a guy complaining about them?
I would.
All right. Here we go. Let me get this fucking jewel on the screen here. And we'll try something else new here. Share this guy. We'll blow this up.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah, that's a winner.
Well, here. Let me unmute. There we go.
Great White performed a concert on Thursday, July 9th, where there was no social distancing. My name is Sean Morrison. This concert happened in Dickinson, North Carolina. It was part
North
of
Carolina.
I guess
This was in Dickinson, North Carolina.
He's got it right on the description, but not in his speech.
Yeah.
You want to hear some more?
Yeah.
on First Dickinson Summer Nights. And basically the band, which features now on lead vocals Mitch Malloy, performed to a group of fans out there.
Is he in a thunderstorm or is he in a tornado?
I guess so.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
I don't know. I guess Great White might not have wanted the message out there, so they started a windstorm.
Look at the fish eyes on this guy.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
All right, let's try and get a little more if we can hear him.
All right.
And none was social distancing.
What?
COVID-19.
Hello!
I can't hear you. What?
I said they didn't social distance. Neeley!
This guy uploaded something on YouTube and he thought this was worthy of watching.
I don't know what you're saying, Neeley. I can't hear you.
I hope you die too. I don't know who you are, guy, but I hope you're dead too.
He might be dead from this hurricane.
I hope the COVID gets this guy.
Yeah, he might be dead from the hurricane.
Lots of events being canceled with large gatherings. You figured the promoters would use common sense.
What?
And
What are you saying?
He said that the promoter didn't use common sense.
Wait a minute. Now say it.
I don't know what happened.
What's wrong with this guy?
This guy's great. All right, here we go.
the band that was involved in a tragedy in 2003 where 100 people died in a fire with.
He said 100 people died at another show, Neeley.
Why is he bringing up something that happened in Rhode Island?
Because, Neeley, you have to do that.
Why? What does one have to do with the other?
Once bitten, twice shy, as they used to say. What a fucking tool bag.
Suck a dick.
All right, I'm done with this fucking asshole. Unless you want to see more, but it's just, I think it's going to be more windstorm.
Yeah. This guy is like recording himself on his cell phone in a windstorm trying to admonish Great White.
Yeah. And he wasn't even there.
Yeah. It's like, why do you care?
Yeah.
In North Carolina.
Yeah.
Wherever it is you're from, I don't know, but it wasn't North Carolina.
Yeah. It was North Dakota, dummy. Windstorm idiot.
Yeah. Why do you care?
Yeah, what a fool.
Yeah. Who put you in charge? You fucktard.
What an ass.
Yeah. I'm going to use a Chris Aikenism. Die in a fire, just like the Great White victims. Smoke a dick in hell while you're at it.
Now, that's mean, Neeley. We don't want him to actually burn to death or die in a fire or anything.
Whatever. Tired of you assholes.
You've turned into me tonight. I'm in a great mood and you're just like hating everybody.
No, I'm just tired of everybody. So everybody's so sanctimonious and so self-righteous.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I didn't go to this show, but I'm going to admonish the people that did.
Yeah. Shut up.
Because my opinion counts more.
It was a street festival. People walked up. They had the choice to go or not.
My opinion means more than those that actually attended, that made decisions on if they should or shouldn't go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what freedom and liberty is about in this country.
Mm-hmm.
You could decide, hey, you know what? I think it's high risk for me. I don't think I'm going to go.
Right.
End of story.
Oh. Somebody said he has a Dokken video too. Oh, wait a minute. What is this fucking?
Oh, this guy, this same fucking guy.
Yeah, shut up.
What?
That was loud. Hold on a minute. Oh, here he does. You want to hear the Dokken video?
Oh yeah, let's hear what this genius has to say.
Fans were not wearing any masks at the Dokken concert in Virginia on July 17th, 2020. My name is Sean Morrison. The concert was socially distanced, apparently, but no fans are seen wearing any masks in the few clips.
Why do you have to open your big fish lips and just have to announce everything? And he did not wear any masks at that Dokken show.
And what's funny is he said, I didn't see anybody wearing, I'm going to rewind it so you can hear it again. He said, I didn't see anybody wearing any masks in the clips. So basically, people that shot clips are what he's gauging this.
Yeah. Why do you care? Were you at the show? Did you go?
Yeah.
Did you go to the show? Did you make that decision as a free moving American to go to the show? Or are you just sitting there in your Mark Striegel minivan, pontificating on what you saw in some kind of fucking clip?
Right. Let's get some more of this guy.
Apparently, but no fans are seen wearing any masks in
the clips. But he said it right there. He said, let him say this part, because he says no fans are seen wearing any masks in the clips.
The concert was socially distanced, apparently, but no fans are seen wearing any masks in the few clips that Mr. Morrison was watching.
That
Yeah, so what?
who cares?
So what's your point?
Maybe they were wearing masks in the other clips that you didn't see, cocksucker.
Yeah. So what do you care? Why do you care?
Yeah, were you there? Was your kid there and now he's going to fucking bring it home to you and your fat wife? Shut up. Shut up. Stop whining.
All right, what else has he got to say?
All right, let's go.
Can't expect the fans actually to keep the masks on the entire concert, but be safe to others. I also thank Kip Frazier for pointing.
Yeah, can't expect them to wear it the whole time, but they weren't wearing it when I saw them.
Shut up.
What an idiot.
Shut up.
What a moron. I don't even care that he's a masky. That's fine. What a dumb thing to say.
Did you just coin a new term, a masky?
Oh, I've been using that for weeks.
All right.
I call them either maskies or face diaper wearers.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Pointing out the mask issue as well. The previous video mentioning the concert, but that's besides the point. But there you are. Fans not wearing the masks at the concerts can be an issue.
Yeah, Neeley.
Yeah, what kind of an issue are you talking about? What do you mean it can be an issue?
Yeah,
How do you know? Are you Dr. Fauci?
Yeah.
Is that you? Is that you, Dr. Fauci?
How about this, Sean? It could also not be an issue, so shut your fucking hole.
Yeah, who cares what your thoughts are?
Who are you? Are you part of the fucking concert fucking police? Then shut up. This is what makes me nuts is now you have all these fucking people that are out there with the, I'm going to call the police if I see somebody.
All right. What's the male version of a Karen? A Carl?
I think it's a Tom or something now.
I don't know. Shut up, Carl, with a K.
Yeah, because it's cool. Well, no, he can't be Carl with a K. He's got to be Carl with a C because he's very uncool.
Very cunty. Cunty with a C.
That's right. What a douche. All right, let's get the rest of this guy.
Even though the shows are socially distanced. Shame.
What?
Shut up. Look at this guy, the way he purses his lips. Socially distancing.
Look,
shut up, you douche.
I just want to hear him go, shame on you.
Look at that clip you got right there. He looks like he's ready to suck on the knob of a dick. He's ready to take a dick in his lips right there. Look at him. He's like ready, pursed his lips, ready to take the knob of a dick.
Old duck face ready to do his job.
Yeah, look.
I'm going to suck the masky cock. What a fucking asshole. All right, here we go.
Distance. Shame, shame, shame.
Shut up, you cock smoker. This guy smokes a cock. You know it.
Well, that's your assumption. I'm not saying he does or he doesn't. I'm just saying that it wouldn't shock me to find out that he does.
Oh, my God. Shame, shame, shame. Shut up.
Look at that comment.
Yeah, that's what an asshole looks like after poppers.
Here's another good one.
My God.
God damn it. Shame, shame, shame.
Yeah, I hope the COVID gets you. You sound like you got some respiratory issues.
And diabites.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Jeez. Earlier tonight, Great White released the following statement to Blabbermouth by way of a band's publicist.
Mm-hmm.
They make enough money to have a publicist now?
I don't know. Well,
Great White.
they already have radio people. Why wouldn't they have a publicist?
Great White would like to address our Thursday, July 9th at the First on the First Dickinson Summer Nights concert in North Dakota. Oh, that's North Carolina.
Yeah. Shame, Neeley.
Right, whatever. We understand there are some people who are upset. Who? This fucking guy and his band? This guy?
Sean Morrison.
Yeah, whatever.
He's
who are upset that we perform the show during this trying time. We assure you that we worked with the promoter. North Dakota's government recommends masks be worn. Recommends, not law breaking.
Yeah.
Recommend.
Shame.
Yeah. Well, law breaking and being recommended are way two different things.
Yeah.
However, we are not in a position to enforce the law. See, this is where they're wrong. It's not a fucking law.
Yeah, of course.
You just said it in your own statement. North Dakota's government recommends.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't say North Dakota's laws say.
Yeah.
So you just contradicted yourself in your stupid fucking statement, Great White.
Shame.
Yeah, fuck you. I've lost all respect for you. I love Great White. The Jack Russell's version, that is.
Jesus.
We have the luxury of hindsight, and we would like to apologize.
And we still like Mark Kendall, don't we?
Look, well, Mark's a good guy. But listen to this. We like to apologize to those who disagree.
No.
Why are you apologizing? Because somebody doesn't see the same things the way you do.
Yeah. Fuck you. Then I'll tell you what, then, Maskies, just fucking show up at the next, whatever Great White's next appearance is supposed to be. Hand them the 20 grand they would have made for doing something legal, and then they'll not play. Just do that. Pay them what they would have made, because they're contracted and they honored their contract, and then they'll go home. And then you can feel good. Then you won't have any shame to give.
Yeah.
Fucking knobs.
This whole apology was the stupidest, most poorly written thing.
Yeah.
We had the luxury of hindsight, and we would like to apologize to those who disagree with our decisions to fulfill our contractual agreement. Yeah, you fulfilled your contractual agreement. They said, hey, Great White, we'll pay you 15 grand if you come play our thing. Okay, yeah, we'll be there. Here's 15 grand. All right. Glad you had us. Hey, people in the audience weren't social distancing or wearing a mask. Well, how's that my problem? Well, you're Great White, God damn it. You should enforce the law.
Is there anything in this statement about because we aired and we're so sorry we're giving the money back?
Not a word.
There's not a word about that. So,
no.
Yeah, we're sorry you're offended, but we're paid, motherfuckers. That's what it reads to me. We got paid.
The promoter and staff were nothing but professional, assured us of the safety precautions. Our intent was simply to perform our gig outside in a welcome small town. And you did. Yeah. Why are you apologizing? You did what you were asked to do.
Yeah. You know what? At some point, you worry about the asses in front of you, not the asses talking about you.
Right.
And the asses that were in front of them were happy to see Great White. Even Mitch with his radioactive teeth. They were thrilled to see him.
Right.
They were absolutely thrilled to see them at that show. So worry about those people. Those are the people that not only were there, but the ones that don't die from COVID will be there again.
Yeah.
And I just threw the COVID in there.
Right. We value the safety, the health and safety of each and every one of our fans, as well as the Americans of the global community. We are far from perfect. Shut up.
Ugh. Yeah, we know.
Shut up.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
While numerous events have been imposing restrictions such as wearing masks and social distancing, First on First has no such rules in place.
Yeah. So then why are you apologizing?
Yeah. Why did you apologize?
Yeah, what are you apologizing for? They didn't do anything wrong. Oh, but Twitter said they did, so then therefore you got to apologize.
Or some fucking cancel mob
Yeah.
is looking to try to destroy them.
Look, they survived a fucking 100 people being burned to death. I don't think you're going to destroy them because they showed up and played a COVID gig.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. Now, if they show up, with a tanker of gasoline and have a bonfire show, then you might have a problem.
Right.
But I don't think because they showed up and played a COVID show that it's any problem at this point.
I agree.
Jesus.
Man. Get to the point of just hating everybody.
I can tell. Jesus.
I mean, I've already hated everybody, but boy, it's just getting to the point. It's a fever pitch of hating everybody.
I got a text earlier. Who pissed in Neely's Cheerios? Jeez, they're all
sick of it.
They're surprised. It's usually me that's screaming, not you.
Well, I'm sick of it. We have laws and constitution in this country. We have our freedom. We're not supposed to be intimidated by tyranny.
Right.
And the thing is our people, our citizenry, some of us anyway, are being intimidated by tyranny.
Yeah. Well.
And it's just like, knock that shit off.
Stop being such pussies.
Step up and enjoy your freedom that were given to you through our constitutional rights.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they should just step up and say, fuck. The thing is, Great White didn't have to say anything.
No, they should have not said anything. They should not have released that statement because now they look like pussies. Yeah,
they shouldn't have. If they didn't want to, have a problem, just be quiet. But now it's like and basically, you know what Great White just did in this statement? They guaranteed that they cannot play another gig until there's a vaccine.
Absolutely.
They can't. Because if they do, after they apologized for doing it once, then they're just hypocrites. Then they want to murder people. So now they basically cannot play another gig until there's a fucking vaccine. And if there's never a vaccine, well, then Great White's career is over. I mean, literally, it's done. They can do nothing. They can record albums. And thank God they got a radio person that'll work that. Honestly, can they play another gig?
Not now.
No, they fucked themselves.
No, they apologize. They cucked and they apologize. And that's what it boils down to.
We care about everybody. We won't do this again. That's basically what this says. We won't do this again.
Yeah.
We fucked up. We will never do it again. Okay, good. Well, if this lasts for 3 or 4 years, you all better have fucking side gigs. Y'all better learn how to fucking turn knobs in a home studio real quick.
Yeah, not as if anybody's buying music anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be heating your house with fucking Mitch's teeth.
Right.
That dude has got some serious glow on those teeth. I don't know Mitch. I hate to be smashing Mitch like that, but man, his teeth fucking shine.
Yeah, well, I agree. His teeth are whiter than white.
They are. They're like cosmetic white.
Right.
There's like regular people teeth, and then there's his that, man, if we ever have another one of those global power outages, I'll just fucking look for Mitch's teeth off the fucking water.
Exactly.
The reflection. Follow that.
Right. All right. I say we get out of here. I just want to let everybody know that there will not be a show next week.
Ha ha. Fuck you.
Yeah. I will be traveling to Ohio to go visit family and my father and so on. And Chris is taking the week off to attend some functions.
Yep.
And so there will not be a live show next week.
Yep.
We will be back the following week though, but regardless of that, I think our video experiment went very well tonight.
I think it went pretty much flawlessly, really.
Yeah, it went pretty damn well. And we appreciate everybody who's tuned in and all that good stuff. All I got to say to you, and I am serious, everybody, stop apologizing.
Huh?
Stop it. And if you have any interest in saving this country, you will vote in November and make sure these asswipes do not get in power. Seriously. So that's all I got left for you.
You gonna be out there rallying the troops to campaign, Neely?
Well, you know what? The thing is, it's getting to the point to where, unfortunately, I might have to get that actively involved.
Wow.
I'm sick of it.
I guess so.
I am sick of it.
I am sick of it.
I am sick of it. All right. Well, we're going to be back in 2 weeks. We're not going to be here next Saturday. So everybody enjoy the podcast and the videos and all that shit that we offer you for free. But I'm going to leave you with some Great White. I'm going to leave you with the.
I thought you were going to go with rat shame.
No.
Fuck that guy even that much, huh?
Yeah, I hate that fucker guy. I don't know who that guy is, but I really hope if the COVID is real, I hope it gets this guy. He looks like he has some respiratory issues.
At least that's what you hope.
Yeah, I could see it take him down pretty quick.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to leave you with Great White, the big goodbye.
All right, good.
So until 2 weeks from tonight, this is Neely along with my very good friend
Chris Aiken.
and we're gone.
Bye, kids.
Hey, this is Mark Kendall from Great White, and you're listening to Chris and Neely on the Classic Metal Show.